I thought you're making a picture and you're filming. Don't stop.
I'm not stopping.
Right.
I'm picturing more.
So what is
What do you want from me?
what is the true meaning
of the yin yang?
Yes.
Well, I can explain, but it will become an hour long.
We forgot our board. Anyway. Okay, no board.
We will show you.
We'll improvise
in the middle of the video.
Yeah, just to let you know, this video will have a more detailed version, or more like a continuation for the members only, which probably we will make tomorrow. And now we are just gonna start a little bit of it.
Yeah, because the topic is not like 2 words and that's it. It's it can go on. We are just going to smash it into the thinnest way possible, so that you can understand.
So we don't get you bored.
But the people that wants to know exactly detailed, then you will follow us.
So we are actually living in a society nowadays when people are constantly fighting. Everyone is fighting for their own cause. And doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter on what basis it is. But in reality, what we are observing constantly is a battle between the masculine and the feminine energy. And
Yes, no, go ahead.
You see this symbolism everywhere. The symbolism is in the yin yang symbol itself. We have the light and we have the dark. We have the black and the white, right? Even the twin flame concept. We have the masculine and the feminine energy. We are constantly speaking about them merging as one together. But the reality is that this is not what is happening in the world.
No, it's all upside down. It's very interesting how just because, we explain or someone else explains what the yin yang is, and when we understand, we are like, okay, it's easy, and we just have to, to live it. But almost no one is doing this. Like 0.001% is following this protocol, to follow properly the yin yang. And if you see the world, there's wars everywhere, like with everything, with your family, with your friends, with the entire nation, the entire world, and it just continues like.
Yes, it is very sad to observe what is going on right now. And if we go far, far back in the history, if we go back to the Atlantis times, we are not heading much more different than what happened back then. And as we all know, what happened in the end is that Atlantis went underwater. And this put an end of a phase of humanity.
And it's another thing that is very interesting is that people who hear about the Atlantis, they are almost like fascinated about our ancestors, that they were on another level. This other level is happening right now. There's nothing different.
Yep.
It was when you sink a country by energy alone, that means it's all out of control, like too much. Now it's like it's out of control, but it's not yet like before, because we have to sink, not in a literal way, but almost.
Right. If you see clearly, we are praising the Atlantis so much because they were so much spiritually advanced and technologically advanced and so on and so forth. But if we see, we already do have nowadays such people which are very much ahead spiritually, and technology is also taking its way at a very fast speed. It's going literally with the speed of the light, and we can tell you that for sure that we have a very big helper in this, and this is the lower astral. Because
Helper.
all knowledge is out there. Everything has already been created. All that we are creating now, even in technology and what we are discovering, it's nothing new. This had already existed. And because of this, we are just following the same steps of what had already happened.
We are following the rabbit hole, thinking that's the way, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah, we are all forced to choose between the red and the blue pill. But do we really have to choose?
Exactly. In the Matrix, if you realize, everyone says, hey, do you want the blue pill or the red pill? Because they always quote from this movie. But actually, you need to take both. You cannot, you either don't take anything or you take both. If you take one, you are always going to suffer because the other energy, for example, you take the masculine energy. Let's say the masculine is the red. Your feminine energy is going to suffer because you did not accept within you. You didn't eat it, the pill. It's very symbolic, isn't it?
I want to refer you back to quite of an old video that we made a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And this is one of the first times when I speak about the battle between the dark and the light forces.
This video, I remember, was quite long ago.
This in reality doesn't exist. And I want to tell you why. And this will take us back to the topic that we're having right now, the true meaning of the yin yang symbol. There is no difference of the energy. There is only one energy. And the feminine and the masculine are just the two polarities of the same one energy. And this is exactly what the yin yang symbol is telling us. If you look at the white part, there's a black dot, but we should not observe the yin yang symbol in a 2D perspective. We really have to imagine it 3 and even 4D.
This is the part where it was so difficult for me to understand, and once I grasped it, I was like, wow, it makes so much sense, it's much better like this.
Right. So if you imagine it, that actually the whole circle is a tunnel. That's at the beginning of a tunnel. And half of this tunnel is in light, entirely in light. But at the end of the tunnel, you see the darkness, and that is the black dot on the white part. The other half is the other side of the tunnel, in which is complete darkness, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this is symbolically the white dot within the black part. So what are we looking for? This is exactly the same thing. There's no two different aspects here. It's the same aspect, but just taken into different extremes.
It's like the little hole inside the yin yang of each side. It's almost like the tunnel to reach to the other side. So basically, they are connected. That's their way to connect to each other. It just looks like you're lacking one energy, but you're not. You have both.
Today I read a quote by someone, which is so poor. And I'm just gonna
What was it?
I'm gonna tell you what it was. I don't remember it word by word, but it was something like that. Those who focus on the body, they technically are not doing anything. That we should all focus just on the spirit. Hold on a moment. Let's think about it.
This was before,
What is the body? Let's go back to Einstein. And what did he say? There is no matter. There's only energy. And matter is very, very concentrated energy. And that's what the body is. The body
It's very concentrated energy
of your aura.
So it's almost like discarding.
You don't have an aura. You don't have a soul. The body is taking a very active part of it. It is just your vessel to be a part of this game here. And that's why you needed to concentrate a big part of your energy so that you create this physical body, so that you manifest it. But this body is your spiritual energy. It's a part of it. And if you disregard it, if we just
slap it,
yes, you are, it means like you are turning back to yourself generally. It just doesn't make any sense.
So it's almost like you're discarding a very very high concentrated energy. So if it's energy and spirituality is energy, why to discard very concentrated energy? It's like doesn't make any sense. We should like embrace all energy within and without everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the body is part of it. Plus the body is just one body and we have many bodies.
Exactly.
And when we fall asleep, we don't leave the body, we just swap bodies. We are actually active in another body. So to disregard this body, it's almost like the 7 bodies that we all have are meaningless because we are all connected, right? So it doesn't make sense. Another thing is when spiritual people, actually many illnesses are not only located in the physical body, they are located in the etherical body, which is very connected to the earth body. I even think without the proper physical body, you cannot even tap to the etherical body, which is like, I don't know, 1 inch or something, 1 millimeter away from the body. So just another proof.
As a matter of fact, that's why so many people are not able to heal. Because they go to either the one extreme, just focus on the physical body, or they just focus on the other side. Heal your spiritual part, your energy, and everything's gonna get fixed in the physical body. It doesn't work this way.
No.
You have to work on both perspectives at the same time. If you don't do this, you will never have success. But trust me, we already are coming back from this way. We already went this road. We went both roads, and achievement is 0.
The other, that's the other reason why we are sharing this video about the yin yang is because every single detail on earth is always going to be either duality or oneness. It depends on what you are looking for, what is your perception. And we are encouraging you to look through the whole perspective, not really the word oneness, because many times we're like, okay, it's all connected. We can kiss the robber, the person that steals from us and stuff. I mean, you know, you have to use a little bit of like reasoning and try to see both sides of the fence, but make a reasonable thought. Like, I don't know, you have to be a master in this. You just have to. It's like this. Because people take things literally. Like, you tell them something, that's it. Okay, he tells me to be Jesus, to embrace everyone. Even Jesus didn't embrace everyone. Because he was, in my opinion, a little bit on the extreme yin. Just saying.
Well, he flipped. We'll talk about this in another video. That will be a video for the members.
For the members, yes.
I already did this video for the members on the Bulgarian channel, but we will speak about it on the English as well. There's just one more thing I want to give as an example why it is actually that the energy is the same. Like, when we speak about twin flames, the twin flame thing is the true example of this. Even Kundalini, we speak about Kundalini in feminine, but the truth is that when she's rising, there's 2 energies. There's Ida and Pingala, and that's the feminine and the masculine energies together. They go hand in hand. She doesn't go with just one energy. It's impossible. And when we met for the first time with Andre, and when we started living together, I started having this vision while looking into his eyes. I've said that before in other videos, but I'm just gonna repeat it once again. I was looking into his eyes and I was like having visions of a woman. And I started gradually tapping into a lifetime. And it was a lifetime of us, the two of us together. But through his eyes, by looking in his eyes, I was able to remember my own lifetime, and afterwards his participation, of course, because it's all connected. And if it wasn't his looking into his eyes, maybe I would not even remember this lifetime.
So that was like a sign that was left for us.
It is a true proof that the energy is one and it just doesn't matter. And another proof of that is that most men come with primarily feminine energy, primarily yin energy in them, and
Yes.
and most of the women come with primarily yang. Of course, there's exceptions, but the meaning is deeper there. So we're not gonna go into this right now.
Yes.
In the video for the members, we actually want to go in depth of the hidden matriarchy that we live in right now, because everybody says we've been living in a patriarchy world, but there's a very, very hidden thing out there. There's a hidden battle which is not entirely a battle. And what is going on?
Yes, we have to
Earth level.
go into details in this for the members to explain exactly what's going on, because it's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
We have been finding all these things little by little, and
yes, it was like a puzzle.
It was like a very big puzzle, and each download was actually completing another piece inside this big puzzle we were just having. It's not finished. We are still gathering pieces. Right.
And whatever comes, we will share with you.
And we want to share a few pieces together.
Yes.